Money. Lots of money, like truckloads of money. So much money it will make your head spin. That is how much money Coinbase says big institutions are pouring into crypto right now. Bakkt is ready to launch. Binance is bringing out a rival to Facebook's Libra. And Japan's Amazon goes live with their crypto platform. And I'm back in New Zealand. Big news, I know, right, guys? But seriously, it was amazing getting to spend a bit of time over in Russia. Europe's always beautiful in the summertime. But Julian and Bitcoin Rat and Ethereum Lady over here, we are back and ready to bring you guys the news. Now, before I break down today's stories for you, if you're looking to maximize your crypto investing, then check out SIMETRI. This is coming from the team over at Crypto Briefing. They are providing venture capital level crypto reports to help give you the edge and the information that you need to know before putting your money on the table and investing in a cryptocurrency. In addition to those reports, they're also offering market insights, market ratings, and market signals. There's a link down below where you can get more information about what SIMETRI has to offer. It is a referral link, so I'll receive a small commission at no additional cost to you if you sign up using that link. Also, a quick reminder that the Agora token sale is ongoing with a listing on Binance DEX coming in just 2 days. I'll put some information in the description down below for you as well, including the review that I did the other day for it. So you can learn some more information about blockchain and voting coming together if you want to find out some more about that. So the price of Bitcoin today, it's at some price. And you know what? Tomorrow it's likely to be at a slightly different price due to a variety of reasons, some of which may be accurately speculated on today, but many of which will only become apparent in hindsight tomorrow. It's the most accurate Bitcoin price prediction you're probably going to hear for a while. Anyway, on to more serious things, Bitcoin has hit another new network hash rate high, reaching 82.5 million terahash a second. We will continue to see new network highs as the year continues. This is happening because we are seeing a massive wave of new high-powered machines coming online, as well as lots more people getting involved in Bitcoin. But this new generation of machines like Bitfury's TARDIS are running in the 80 terahash range, which is around 4 to 5 times more powerful than the last generation of machines. Many of those old generation machines, of course, are still running at a profitable rate. It's really just a question of time at this time for the price to follow the network rate up. The Bitcoin hash rate is high, the network is more secure than ever, investor confidence is high, lots of money is being invested into the ecosystem. All of this stuff will lead to an eventual price increase. Now, besides the hash rate taking off to hit these new highs, another major event for Bitcoin investor confidence is the official launch of Bakkt. The date has been scheduled for September 23rd for the platform to go live with their futures contracts. That means in about a month's time, big money investors are going to be able to trade daily and monthly Bitcoin futures contracts on the platform. The contracts for the daily will offer margin trading in the 12 months out for the monthly contracts. The actual trading of these contracts is scheduled to take place on ICE Futures USA. Now that's great, very nice to see it happening, but there's something which Kelly Loeffler, the CEO, said, which really made me stop and think that Bakkt is going to be way bigger than most people realize. And she said the following: Bakkt Bitcoin futures will not rely upon unregulated spot markets for settlement prices, thus serving as a transparent price discovery mechanism for the benchmark price for Bitcoin. The importance of this differentiator is only amplified by reports of significant manipulative spot market activity and other concerns such as inconsistent anti-money laundering policies and weak compliance controls. So this is actually really big because it is essentially establishing, or at least the intent to establish, a new pricing mechanism, a new official pricing mechanism for Bitcoin. While we have had Bitcoin prices derived from the spot markets traditionally and currently at the moment, massive offerings like Bakkt futures could gradually see us moving towards a scenario where price discovery is dominated by the regulated futures markets, with Wall Street essentially being in the driving seat, which is something I'm not very excited about. I've never been really excited about Wall Street getting to Bitcoin, but like it or not, they're coming. But this is definitely another nod to the increased professionalization and acceptance of crypto into the traditional markets. Bakkt is still something that many people in crypto underestimate. Their desire to establish this new price mechanism for Bitcoin, I think, really underlines how serious they are about getting involved in this industry. And of course, Bakkt is being put together by the Intercontinental Exchange, which essentially means that we have a major crypto platform specifically tailored to big money players, in which is a qualified institutional custodian business with the backing of a $51 billion publicly traded company. This is truly an institutional grade offering with the blessing of the CFTC and the state of New York, as well as using the underlying technology of the New York Stock Exchange. Well, initially Bakkt will primarily deal with the custody of the Bitcoin, which is underwriting their futures contracts. It will assumedly soon be open to basically most major asset fund managers and most major hedge funds. But Bakkt, of course, already has a lot of competition for the custody services from the likes of Coinbase, and also has big competition in the futures game too, with LedgerX and others all being involved, but they're by far the biggest. But overall, the trend that we see forming is quite clear. Big money is getting into Bitcoin in a big way. And a recent story from Coinbase makes this abundantly clear. The Coinbase CEO said that institutional folks are buying $200 to $400 million worth of crypto a week via Coinbase. Wow. Legacy financial institutions are buying crazy amounts of cryptocurrencies right now, and Coinbase is just one company. There's OTC, Zest, and all the rest of that stuff. They got Fidelity, which is also offering Bitcoin and not only buying but also the custody service as well, and lots of other companies besides them. This really gives you an idea about just what is happening in the markets. This is the new wave of buyers in crypto. And unlike many retail investors, these institutions, they have strong hands. Coinbase Custody is currently the leading custodian of crypto, especially with the new acquisition of Zappos Institutional Business, which puts Coinbase now in charge of the custody of around 860,000 Bitcoin. There's also talk from Coinbase about providing Bitcoin lending services moving forward, which would be incredibly big, especially if they open up those services for retail customers. Coinbase is really becoming more like a bank. Actually, Coinbase already is like a bank for a lot of different reasons, and Coinbase is not the only exchange which has big financial industry news this week, guys. It appears that Binance is planning to launch something which they are calling Venus, which will essentially operate as an independent regional version of Facebook's Libra project. The project is being launched with the belief that stablecoins will progressively replace traditional fiat currencies in countries around the world. Venus will be an open blockchain project that anyone can develop on and will be able to deploy stablecoins on and digital assets pegged to fiat currencies in all these different economies. Binance will provide the full process technical support in the background, as well as compliance, risk control systems, and multi-dimensional cooperation networks and all this kind of fun stuff, essentially making Venus a brand extension of Binance, and will of course thus be also leveraging the existing infrastructure and all the regulatory connections that Binance already has. Binance further said that it welcomes more governments and companies and organizations with strong influence on a global scale to collaborate with Binance for the Venus initiative. That's some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, Binance launching something massive like this big stablecoin project, it really says a lot about the power of Binance. Now look, obviously Binance does not have the user base that Facebook does, but it is certainly a powerful move from one of the biggest and the most powerful companies in the cryptoverse. So there's that. Now, if they can leverage some of their existing partnerships with countries like Uganda, for example, then this could be very big for Binance and for the crypto economy overall. And in addition to these existing monsters of the crypto industry, we have a new kid on the block. Japan's retail giant Rakuten has officially launched their crypto exchange. I've known this is coming for some time, but it's happened and it's now live. Initially, they'll be offering Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. Rakuten, in case you don't know, is often called the Amazon of Japan. It is the largest e-commerce website in Japan and is one of the world's largest e-commerce websites. And in addition to the e-commerce platform, they also operate Japan's biggest internet bank and the biggest credit card company in Japan. In total, Rakuten's web services extend way beyond just e-commerce into fintech and digital content and communication services and a whole bunch of other things, covering 1 billion people globally. 1 billion people. It's quite funny, of course, the media makes such a big deal out of Facebook and their giant pile of, cow crap that they got over there. But they make very little mention of a major company like Rakuten launching their own crypto exchange with that massive customer base. And it's crazy. This is just another day in crypto, and all this stuff has happened in just the last few days, and they're all massive. Any one of these stories is like, wow, that's big, that's game-changing, there's so much being built. Don't pay too much attention to the day-to-day noise of what the price is doing up and down and all this fun stuff, because it's easy to forget to look past the tree and to look at the forest. But when you really take the time to appreciate what is being built around this industry and look at who is putting their money on the table, who is investing this, the Intercontinental Exchange, they're getting into Bitcoin, they're one of the biggest finance companies in the world. Rakuten, one of the world's largest e-commerce companies, is getting into crypto in a big way. Just those two alone, it's massive. You can see the direction this entire industry is heading in. Anyway, exciting times, guys. Just my two Satoshis. As always, I would love to know your thoughts on any of the stories covered here down below in the comment section. As always, you guys are totally freaking awesome, and I love you all. So thank you so much for coming out and watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, thumbs up will be supremely awesome, guys. And of course, if you're new, how do you make sure to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. Long live the blockchain. And peace out till next time.